Hello my chariots, welcome back to my channel for another pick a card reading that I have for you today. And today's reading is Am I on Their Mind? Alright, so let's see if your person is thinking about you when you come across this reading. Alright, I do have 3 piles for you today that we'll go over. First thing, just mentioning that my Etsy shop is open for a number of limited readings, private readings that I perform throughout the week when I have the availability. So if you're interested in that, go on over and check out my Etsy shop. All right. So welcome to all my new subscribers. You are always welcome here. This is a very loving environment. If you like what you see, please subscribe and like and share my videos if you get a chance so it can reach others that may need to be here as well. And for my returning subscribers, you know I always love having you here. Your energy is very warm and supporting, and I am always very appreciative of that. So thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So if we take a look at the piles that we do have today, these cards are coming from the Work Your Light Oracle deck, and I have 3 different types of chevron amethyst crystals that you can choose from. All right. So pile 1, you have the chevron amethyst points, okay, or wand, whatever you want to call it here. This is going to be your reading, and the card of Priestess. So let me just show you that. All right. And then pile 2, you have the chevron amethyst heart. All right, so you may be drawn to this beautiful piece, and we have the card here of Get Grounded. So take a look at this. Okay, and then pile 3, you have, this is my little chevron skull that I purchased. Her name is Lizzie. All right, and she is always near me, okay, for my readings. And this is going to be your reading, and you have the card of the Crumbling. Okay, so those are the 3 piles that I do have for you today. Go within, my chariots, listen to your inner voice. Whatever pile you are drawn to immediately, go with that. Now, you may be drawn to more than 1 pile, which is perfectly fine. That just means there's messages in the other piles that you may need to hear. And if none of this is resonating with you, or you are just not connecting with my energy today, that's perfectly fine. These are collective readings that are for everyone, okay? So they will not all resonate all the time, and you have to be accepting and okay with that. You can just kindly back out and go check out one of the other readings that I've uploaded, or the other amazing, wonderful, beautiful tarot readers that we have out there. They all have their own unique style, and they all present the readings using their intuition in their own unique way. So surely you will connect with the universe with one of us. All right, so pick your pile, my chariots, and I will see you there. Hello, pile 1. All right, you chose the chevron amethyst points, okay, or wand here if you were drawn to this crystal. Or, let's see, maybe I'll put it here if you could see that. The card itself from the Work Your Light Oracle deck, and this is the card of Priestess, okay, that you may have been drawn to. So this is going to be your reading, but before we get started, let's just take that moment to ground and clear our energy. So pile 1, if you can take in a deep breath for me at this time. And I just want you to quiet your mind for a second. I want you to be still. I am looking for my intuition to connect with yours. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power. And I trust that my highest good is unfolding. Oops. All right. Make sure that this is straight here. All right. So this is going to be your reading. We are asking spirits today, am I on their mind? So is your person thinking about you? I'm using the gold foil tarot today in rose gold. So let's see what comes through. Let's pull some cards. So this is for pile 1, spirit. Am I on their mind? All right, is pile 1's person, are they thinking about pile 1 at this time? And if so, what are they thinking about? So we have the 6 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, yep, this is an extra card in this deck, and I'm going to keep this. And we'll look at that because that came out as the present energy. So let's take a look at that further. We have the Magician. These cards are so slippery though. And look at this, the High Priestess. Beautiful. I'm going to clarify. Four of Swords, 7 of Cups, Page of Wands, Six of Swords, Hermit. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck, the Tower with the Devil. So gotta take that. Wow. All right, and then I'm gonna get 2 cards here. Look at that, the main female. And then I'm going to get one from the Garden Dragon Oracle, and then we'll get started. And that should be enough. And the Strawberry Dragon Celebration. All right. So, am I on their mind, pile 1? Yes, yes you are. All right, look, you're coming in here as this main female, and what I find amazing and beautiful is that we start out with this Priestess card. We have the High Priestess. We're going to go over this center card here, which is talking about intuition, and we have the main female here, which is number 2, which represents the High Priestess. So is your person thinking about you. Are you on their mind? Yes, you are. And what is the message of this reading today? It has to do with their intuition. All right, so I really feel that this person is struggling in following their intuition. And I say struggling because the overall energy of this reading is the Tower and the Devil. All right, so we have the Tower here, which is Mars. Okay, it's ruled by the energy of the planet Mars, which is all about taking action. And this represents an upheaval. Okay, this represents shock, something unexpected. All right, and with this Devil card here, there's something toxic. Or I don't even like to use the word toxic at all times, but this is definitely showing me that there's something unhealthy going on here in regards to your person. This could represent, you know, we're talking about, am I on their mind? Are they thinking about you, pile one? And it possibly, they could be thinking of you to the point of an obsession. Okay, that's a little bit unhealthy here. So we'll see here as we go. But there's definitely, I feel, a struggle because I feel that your person feels bound to you in some way, pile one, and that they're trying to let you go, or they're trying to move forward, and yet their intuition keeps pulling them back, right? That is the main message of this reading. We start off here with this Priestess card. How are you being called to step up and lead? And I do feel with this card and your person, pile one, that the universe is trying to guide this person, okay, in your direction, and there's definitely some sense of confusion and stubbornness that we're dealing with. But from the Kipper deck, I feel that you're coming through here as this main female, all right, and this is showing me how they are very focused on you. And they see you as that one. I mean, this main female is holding that rose, okay, which is showing me the emotion that they have for you. I feel that they're very attracted to you, that you're very beautiful, and that you're very sensual, so that they often think of you and your beauty, okay? There's something that they are very captured by your beauty. We have the Strawberry Dragon here. And this card represents celebration, okay? It almost gives me that feeling of the Three of Cups, you know, where we're talking about celebration and joy and happiness and friendship, which I feel is the energy that they feel when they are with you, pile one. Now, the center card here, which I was going to move and, remove, and I was drawn to it because, you know, we see this beautiful light here. And the wording on this card, what we see in the symbology of tarot, derives in large measure from our own intuition, and once revealed, reflects back upon each of us further to enrich our lives. Now, this is a message, obviously, in the tarot deck for the tarot readers. I always stress how important it is when you are learning tarot and you are reading tarot. One of the best things that you can do for yourself is becoming comfortable with your own intuition and how you interpret the cards. And I know for people that start out reading tarot, that is a very overwhelming concept. And I even struggled with it for a long time before I fully just embraced the fact of following my own inner voice and creating basically a bond with the tarot cards and what they mean. And even though the tarot cards have a traditional meaning, it's very important in my eyes as a tarot reader, when I am doing a reading in collaboration with all the cards that fall out in the spread, that you use your own intuition to interpret the meaning of what you're seeing. All right, so that's what this card represents for the tarot readers. But for this reading, the fact that it fell out, and it's the present energy here, it's the here and now that falls right under this main female. I feel that there's this struggle here because I feel with your person, they know within them, there's something here where they see you as the one, pile one, okay, with this light burning. And yet, I do feel that there's confusion here with your person when it comes to making that decision in being able to move forward with you. When I look at the past energies, what I'm seeing here is someone that really wanted, well, first of all, with the Ace of Wands, I'm just confirming again that there is a deep physical attraction that your person has for you. Okay, they're very physically attracted to you. And that shows here with the Ace of Wands. But what it's also showing me is that they were, from the past energies, craving this new beginning. And I felt immediately with this Priestess card, like they knew that there was some sort of instant connection or deep connection here with you. And yet there's confusion with the Seven of Cups. Or what I'm feeling also, clarifying the Ace of Wands itself, is that your person does a lot of dreaming and a lot of fantasizing when it comes to you, with the Seven of Cups coupled here with the Ace of Wands. I feel that the problem, though, with this connection or this relationship with the Six of Pentacles here is this is someone that was not giving to this connection equally for whatever reason. There may be many different scenarios in this case. And it ended up taking a toll on your person, mentally exhausting them with the Four of Swords here. Because the Four of Swords is all about a timeout. A timeout where you need to go within and you need to really replenish yourself, your mind, your soul. All right, you need time for rejuvenation here. I'm also seeing, clarifying this intuition, is the Page of Wands. You know, it's really showing me like you are this wand, okay, pile one, and your person knows. Do you see how they're holding on to it with two hands? They're really grasping onto the fact with this card of intuition here, lined up with this female, that they know if they were to have something with you, it would completely, the light that's spinning, you know, in this card is very illuminating. You know, we're talking about that spark here that I feel that they really carry for you. You know, like I feel like they carry this flame, or they carry this torch within them when it comes to you. When I'm looking at the future energies of this connection, you know, it's really pointing out to me here how this person knows, that if they were to come to terms that the fact that with this Magician card here, they have all the tools to manifest what it is that they desire. I feel like they're trying to manifest you in some way, even though it's possible with the Six of Swords here that they perhaps either moved away from you in the past, or they moved on and chose a different part of their journey here with this Six of Swords. I feel that something happened here from the past energy with the Four of Swords that led them to have to move in a different direction. And again, that could mean many different scenarios on why that happened, but I feel from the 4 to the 6 here, you know, they had to move away. And yet we have such two strong cards. We have so many cards in this reading about intuition, ending with the High Priestess and the Hermit. Now the Hermit is Virgo energy, and this is all about going within, and it's about more self-reflection. It's about soul searching. It's about following this inner light. So really, there are 4 cards showing me that this person right now, your person, pile 1, is trying to come to terms and trust their intuition and trust that inner voice. And for whatever reason, they've struggled with that. Okay, they struggled with that. And even though I feel that they've tried to move on, with this Tower and the Devil, this is showing me that you are someone that they cannot let go. And no matter what happens here in this situation, you are someone that they will never forget. Okay? They know within what you are to them. And regardless of what is going on in this person's environment at this time, they know within that they will always carry this light for you, this flame. Okay? So that's the message that's coming through. Let me see if I'm going to get 3 more cards just to see if there's anything else we need to know. Is there anything else we need to know here, Spirit, in regards to pile 1? Am I on their mind? It's pile 1's person thinking about them. The Queen of Pentacles. They highly respect you with this Queen of Pentacles here. They look up to you. Oh, wow. And the Queen of Swords. Very interesting here. Hold on. And what else? We have 2 queens coming out. And the King of Wands. So, wow. What is this telling me? With the Ace of Pentacles here, I feel like this is someone that's looking for a new start. A new start with you, pile 1. So take that how it resonates. But this king is looking at 2 queens. All right. So there could be 2 queens involved. Please take that how it resonates. That message is not for everyone. So if it's not part of your situation, then just leave it. But I'm very intrigued at how we have 3 court cards that just came out, and this king is looking at this queen. All right, and I feel that this queen is calling to this king to take action, to be honest, and to sort of level up here. All right. I feel that your person, pile 1, definitely knows that they need to communicate with you. They owe you something, and I feel like it's honest communication with this Queen of Swords here. All right, because she shows up for me when honest communication, a heart-to-heart talk is needed, because she's trying to get to the bottom of something. She's looking for truth and clarity in this situation, and she's looking at this King of Wands, and it's this king who carries this wand, who throughout this reading shows how intense and deeply they are attracted to you. And this king is all about taking action and going after what it is that he wants. And I feel that this person knows that they need to level up here in some way with this queen. These 2 queens are looking at each other. Now this queen over here, I'm just saying this for some of you, it's very possible that this queen is possibly the current partner or the spouse of this King of Wands. Again, if that doesn't resonate with you, leave it. But I feel that, you know, this queen is over here who's responsible for this coin, you know, taking care of something. And this king is struggling in having to make this choice that he knows he needs to make. But at the very least, this king knows that he owes this queen some clarity, some honesty, and some truth. All right, so that's what's coming through here in today's reading. Let's see. Let me get some oracle cards and see what else comes out, if anything. So let's look at Queen of the Moon oracles for pile 1, Spirit. Queen of the Moon oracles. Anything else for pile 1, Spirit? Pleasure. So definitely there's a strong, to me, physical, sexual attraction that is coming through from your person with the, gosh, with the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands. They are really attracted to you. I'm seeing all sorts of fire here. Even in the Tower card that is the overall energy of the reading, I almost feel that there's some sort of attraction here that your person has for you, pile 1, that was very unexpected. And it's possible, you know, this card represents number 18, which is the moon, which I do feel is a shadow side or representing some sort of concealment, that it's possible that it's this pleasure that your person carries for you that's concealed, or it has to be hidden in some way, and it's something that they cannot express. And yet I'm looking at this energy that surrounds this person and the energy of the High Priestess that has overtaken this reading, showing me that it's your person's intuition that really is driving them inside to feel this. All right, they know that there's this deep connection here, and they owe you, pile 1, some sort of leveling up. You know, these two are facing each other and looking into each other's eyes, and I'm very drawn to that. Let me get one more. See what else. Resilience. And this is representing, and this is card number 21, which does represent the world, and I feel like there will be some sort of positive outcome here, since there's, you know, that world card is such a strong energy of completing a cycle here. What this is showing me, though, is with this 21 representing the world, the 6 of Swords, it's possible that there's a distance between the two of you that makes it difficult to have this conversation, pile 1. And because of that, this is very burdening to your person. So they're trying to be resilient, but meanwhile, look what they're carrying on their back. All right, they're carrying this heaviness, this weight of the world with them, you know, and I feel like they will continue to carry that until some sort of clarification or closure is reached between the two of you. All right, so I'm going to close out the reading with one card from the Moonology Manifestations. What is the advice for pile 1, please? Trust the universe. So pile 1, the universe is asking you, this is first quarter moon in Aquarius, and they're asking you to trust them in regards to this situation. So whatever is happening to you in your scenario right now at this moment is meant to, in order for your highest good. All right, so you just need to trust in them in this process. On the bottom of the deck, we have first quarter moon in Scorpio, and they're asking you to work on any of the blocks that you carry and release your blocks at this time. So if you haven't been focusing on it yourself, please take some time to go within and self-reflect within yourself and see what blocks you're carrying, so that you can release that and make room for some new energy. All right, so I'm going to leave the reading here, pile 1. I hope it resonated with you, and I will talk to you again soon. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading being, Am I on their mind? So pile 2, we're going to check out and see if your person's thinking about you, and if so, what it is that they're thinking about. You chose the beautiful chevron amethyst heart stone. Okay, so this is going to be your reading. Or you were drawn to the Get Grounded card from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. All right, so we will take a look. Before we do that and get started, let's just take a moment to focus and clear your energies. And speaking of grounded, right, get grounded. So pile 2, if you can take in a deep breath for me at this time. And just be still for a moment. Quiet your mind. I'm looking for your intuition to connect with mine so that I can give you the messages that you need to hear most at this time. So pile 2, I want you to say to yourself, in your mind, I'm connected to my higher inner power. And I trust that my highest good is unfolding. So let's see what comes through in the cards. But when we're talking about this card here, we're definitely talking about earth energy and getting grounded. It could be possible that your person does not feel that they are connected to Mother Earth at this time, that they do not feel grounded. Maybe they feel a little flighty, all right, airy, and they are trying to bring themselves, right, back to this 3D world. But we also have here the message of empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. So it could also very well be that a lot of you, pile 2, you are empaths, okay, or you are light workers in some way, or you're very highly sensitive. You pick up on people's emotions, and that's something that your person admires in you or respects in you, something that perhaps they struggle with when it comes to themselves. All right, so let's see what comes through. I'm using the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck for you today, pile 2. So let's see what comes through. Am I on their mind? All right, pile 2. Is your person thinking about you at this time? Queen of Swords. Okay, she came out. She was a very important part of pile 1's reading. So I am using different decks, but just keep that in mind. You may want to see pile 1. Oh my God. And the Queen of Pentacles. This is amazing. Both of these cards came out in pile 1. So I feel there's definitely a link. You may want to go back and check that. Wow. Ooh, the Star. The Ten of Cups. Oh Oh my God. And the King of Wands. I'm telling you, pile 2, go back to, wow. Very similar, very similar. Go back to pile 1. That's so weird. Is it though? I don't think so when we're talking about collective energies. Let's clarify. The 4 of Swords. Oh my gosh. This came out in the exact same spot as pile 1. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I'm amazed. I love when this happens. The 9 of Pentacles. The Hermit, which also came out in pile 1. 3 of Cups. The Fool. All right, on the bottom of the deck, wow, the 6 of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Interesting. All right, very interesting. Let's get, I'm going to get one of these cards from the Kipper. Ooh, the Child is coming out. Interesting. And then one from Garden Dragons, and we'll get started here. And the Pepper Dragon, which represents versatile. Interesting. All right, so let's see here. So, okay. It's amazing how there's something similar going on here to pile 1, even though I feel the main message is different. I do feel the main, am I on their mind? Is your person thinking about you, pile 2? Yes, yes they are. The main message here, I do feel with the center of the reading here being the Star and the Hermit. Wow, that's powerful energy, right? We're talking about Virgo and Aquarius that's here. Your person really sees you as an inspiration to them. Okay, someone that's just very inspiring, and in some way I do feel that you have had a profound impact on their life, whether you realize that or not. And it's something that your person constantly thinks about and reflects on. All right, so that is the main message of this reading overall. Obviously, I'll drill down and go a little deeper, but this center reading is showing me the profound effect that you have had on your person. I do feel with the Star here as the center, the present energy, it's possible that I'm getting the feeling that your person is still hoping that there is something here that will occur in the future, whether it is this lifetime or the next. Okay, so please take that how it resonates. But it's almost with the Star here again, like as if your person is trying to lasso that star, if they're trying to reach you in some way, and currently right now at this present moment they're unable to do so. So I feel this strong sensation that they are admiring you from afar, but I do feel that with the Star and the 6 of Cups here, they're definitely showing me that there's some sort of intense connection that the both of you realized that I feel you both have experienced each other in different lifetimes with the Six of Cups here. And it's that warmth and it's that instant connection where you both feel at home with one another, that has been so strong and powerful for your person, pile 2. I am going to say, and I hate to say this for every pile, but in this case, I definitely feel that there's definitely some sort of third-party situation that exists, whether it's you or your person or both. But what I see here with all these court cards showing up is the struggle. I do feel that this King of Wands is already in a committed situation here. And it is because of that they are not in the situation that they are able to have anything with you in this present moment. And because of that, that is why the Star is here. And that is why there's a lot of hoping and there's still wishing, because this person truly believes, after much soul searching and much reflection, and even if you look here, I think it's beautiful that you have the Star card here. And in this deck, when you look at the Hermit, look at the Lantern, there's a star right there in the Lantern, you know, and to me, that's representing you, pile 2. You are that shining star to them. There's there's something here about just the beauty that they see in you, but yet at the same time feeling completely vulnerable with you. All right, there's something here that I feel like they've experienced some sort of vulnerability that perhaps they did not experience with anyone previously. All right, so in their past relationships, perhaps they did just never, you know, reached this type of vulnerability that they have with you. And this is acknowledging that, okay, here in this reading today. I feel that the Get Grounded card is here because of, as I'm saying, I feel like there's something that they're not able to reach you at this time. And because of this hope for the future, you know, they really hope at some point that this relationship can be grounded. The overall energy of the reading is the Six of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So, you know, this is giving me that strong feeling that I feel that there is some sort of commitment already in place with your person, pile 2, that there's children perhaps even involved, a family unit, a marriage, a partner. There's something here that this King of Pentacles is committed to. All right, and that is strongly coming through as the overall energy of this reading. I feel with the Child card here that somehow family with this Ten of Cups is very important. All right, so there is some sort of family unit that is already in place. And I do feel the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles is here showing me that partnership. Okay. I feel that this experience that they had with you, pile 2, I feel that this experience that they had with you really there's something here about they're seeing themselves in a way that they never saw before. And I feel like that's something that you brought out in them. Okay. I almost feel this childlike innocence between the connection with the two of you, pile 2. Almost like feeling 16 again, like very sweet memories, very nostalgic, that your person really holds on to and embraces, like this child that is holding on to that bunny. I feel like that represents you. Like there's something here that your person really holds on to. Okay? And I do feel that it's those feelings within them that they feel for you that is what helps them to get through their day-to-day routine. You know, I'm looking at this card here of getting grounded, and then we have this Queen of Pentacles and then the Nine of Pentacles. And I feel like that is all about what is going on in this 3D material world for them right now. All right, I do feel like they're trying to focus on themselves, and I do feel like they're trying to live their best life at this moment, and yet they carry such such this feeling of inspiration and admiration for you, Pile 2, within them that I feel is concealed. You know, number 18 represents the moon, and I do feel that this is concealed within them. You know, they're trying to be versatile here. Look, with this pepper dragon. But even in this card of the dragon, I have to point out that there's 3. So I do feel that there's a strong third party involved with Pile 2. The 3 of Cups clarifying the 10 of Cups with the 6 of Cups shows me how much your person feels for you, how deeply they feel for you, and the emotions that they have for you. And yet I feel that this King of Pentacles over here, when it comes to their coin, what's going on in the here and now, you know, they are trying to just live and focus on themselves and live the best life that they can without you. It's almost as if there's this realization that they know that the two of you can't be together at this time, but that is why the star here is the center of this reading, because they feel that somehow the two of you will return to one another when the time is right. It is this King of Wands that needs to take action, and that is coming up in the future energies. So I do feel that this person is going to take some kind of action towards you at some time. It's clarified by the Fool here, which is showing me the leap of faith. All right, that risk that your person, Pile 2, I feel that they need to take in order to bring themselves some sort of peace. Because what we're starting off with in the very beginning of the reading in the past energies is the Queen of Swords and the Four of Swords. And I do feel that when the Queen of Swords is here, she's calling for some sort of truth and clarity. She's calling for this king to speak their truth. It is this queen that is here because your person, I feel, is mentally exhausted, all right, from this situation, and has sort of put themselves in a time out. Both with the card, the Four of Swords and the Hermit, this can be showing your person that has either perhaps ghosted you or disappeared or has gone within. Okay, both of these cards show me, you know, it's about stepping back and going within, being isolated, not projecting how they truly feel in this situation. And that is why we have the Queen of Swords here. Okay, let me get 3 more cards and see if there's anything else. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else Pile 2 needs to know? Am I on their mind? Is Pile 2's person thinking about them? the Seven of Wands, the Six of Wands, wow, and the Emperor. So yeah, your person with, look at this, with the Nine of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I feel that your person has had a lot of sleepless nights over this situation, pile 2. It's not something that they were able to just shake off when it comes to you. However, I do feel with the Seven of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Emperor here, your person right now is in a mode of they kind of they've shut down, okay, from the situation with you. They're very defensive right here with the Seven of Wands, and that falls out over the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And I do feel that that has to do with their current situation and their environment that they are involved in. I do feel with the Emperor here that they have some sort of structure or family unit. So if that's not the case for you, then this is not your reading, because this is definitely someone that has something in place that they need to overlook, that they have to have control and authority over, you know, structure, stability, security. It's something that they're taking care of. And it is also something that they are in a situation where I feel that this person may be wearing masks, you know, because they are giving the appearance that everything is fine, and yet they're struggling inside, all right? They're struggling inside with the feelings that they've encountered for you. They don't know how to handle that. And yet the Six of Wands is here showing me that they're still too much worried about their pride and ego. They're still concerned what other people would think of them and how people look at them, because they want to be looked at as victorious and successful. And they feel that if this foundation were to crumble, they themselves would feel like they have failed. So it's not something that they're willing to give up at this time, all right? And it's something that they feel that they need to maintain, all right? Even though we see here with this King of Wands and the Fool that they realize that, again, you know, as I mentioned in pile 1, this is about taking action, this King of Wands, and this is about this person leveling up here, all right, and coming to terms with the truth and clarity that they need to provide in regards to the situation. So let me get some, let's get 2 cards from Queen of the Moon Oracle. For pile 2, please, Spirit. What else am I on their mind? Pile 2. Sovereignty, number 41. And assessing. So, you know, and that's number 9, which is showing me, you know, we already have the Hermit right here in the center of the reading. Your person, look at this. They're watching you. They are observing you. They haven't forgotten about you. They think about you all the time. And again, they see you as part of their future, whether it be this lifetime or the next. In fact, they're very sure of that. But at this moment with the Sovereignty card here, the thing that I'm pulled into is the way this woman is holding this moon. And I feel like that's how your person right now is. They're holding on to what they currently have in place. They do not want that to crumble. This is number 41. It reduces to 5, which is all about change. It's about conflict, and your person just doesn't want that drama in their life at that moment. I feel that they've worked very hard to where they are now, where they are trying to enjoy the fruits of their labor. And even though they would love the experience of freedom and independence, to be able to experience this new start with you, they realize that if they are to walk away from this, that so much could fall for them at this time. And that could include financial situations, just hardships, things that your person just is not ready to face. I feel like they do think about you. They think about reconciling with you all the time, especially with the Six of Cups and the Three of Cups. Both cards here call for reuniting and reconciliation in some way. So I do feel like your person knows that at some point they are going to take action to reunite with you. But I don't feel that at this exact moment it's happening right now at this point in their life. There's too much, I feel, that they need to oversee, and because of that, with the Emperor here, they have created these barriers. All right, they've set these barriers in place, and I do feel that it pains them. Okay, it pains them with this Nine of Swords here, and with the Chariot. Look, this is Cancerian energy coming through, showing me that they are trying their hardest to move forward, but yet it's still very emotional for them. Let's get a card from Moonology Manifestations for you as we close out the reading for pile 2, Spirit. What is the advice for pile 2 in regards to this situation? Wow, be real. Full moon in Aquarius. We started with the star, so strong Aquarius energy coming through here. I feel like Spirit is calling again for authenticity, for truth and clarity, okay, from this King. The King of Wands here shows me that there's nothing that you need to do, pile 2. This is all about this King leveling up and having to come to terms with, you know, really being open to the fact and accepting who they are, all right, and what it is that they want and what it is that fulfills them, okay? And then look at this last quarter moon in Cancer. So we have Cancer, Aquarius, take a breather. So I do feel like that's for you. If you've been putting all your energy into this person, pile 2, universe is here telling you to take a breather, okay? Back off a little bit, let go. Take some time to nurture and replenish your own soul, okay? Put that energy that you have into yourself for a while and take a breather from this situation. All right, so I'm going to leave the reading here, pile 2. I hope it resonated with you in some way, and I will talk to you again soon. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading being, am I on their mind? So let's take a look and see if your person is thinking about you, and if they are, what it is that they're thinking about, what's on their mind at this time. You chose the beautiful chevron amethyst skull. All right, it's the only skull purchase that I have, but I love it. Her name is Lizzie, and she often sits near me, around me, okay, in my area, my sacred space where I work. So I'm just going to set her there. Or you were drawn to the card of the Crumbling from Work Your Light Oracle. But before we get started, let's just take a few moments to clear your energy. So pile 3, if you can take in a deep breath. And just still your mind for a second. Release any tension. I'm looking for my intuition to connect with yours so that I can bring you the messages that you need to hear most at this time. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I'm connected to my higher inner power. And I trust that my highest good is unfolding. So definitely this card, pile 3, reminds me of the Tower. Why can't I? The Tower in Tarot. Tower in Tarot always trips me up. But something is crumbling here within your person, or what are you clinging on to? So your person may be holding on to something that they need to release. But let's see what comes through in tarot and see what else we can get. I am using the Crow Tarot for you today, pile 3. So let's take a look. So pile 3, Spirit, am I on their mind? Is pile 3's person thinking about them? And if so, what it is? What is it that they're thinking about? The Ace of Pentacles. Wow, the Ace of Wands. The Two of Swords. The Magician. I love the artwork in this deck. The Queen of Pentacles. My goodness, she came out in all 3 readings today. Right, let's clarify. The Six of Pentacles. The Hanged Man. The Four of Cups. The Sun. The Devil. Devil came out in pile 1 as well. On the bottom of the deck, the Six of Swords and Judgment, and the Five of Cups. Let me get one from the Kipper. So your person, obviously, what I'm seeing, pile 3, is at a crossroads in their life. Wow, number 20. All right, House. And then one from Garden Oracle. So when we're looking at the Two of Swords, you know, and this is the present energy of this reading, the Two of Swords, it's all about indecision. And with this card here of the crumbling, you know, representing to me a tower moment with the question of what are you clinging on to? It's showing me that your person's holding on to something that they do not want to let go of. Wow, and look at this, the Peanut Butter Dragon Companion. I love these cards, but so am I on their mind? Yes. All right. We have Companion, that's right here. But I feel that your person is, you know, the Two of Swords, this is about burying your head in the sand. It's about not being able to face the reality of some sort of situation. And I do feel that, again, we're seeing your person at a crossroads, because this is clarified here by the Four of Cups, which is showing me the discernment that your person has right now. The apathy, they're not interested, you know, nothing is grabbing their interest at this time. I feel like they're in a place where they really don't know what to do and what decision to make when it comes to the circumstances and the situation, the environment that surrounds them at this time. What I do see is that from past energies, you know, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, this is showing me how your person was really craving a new start, okay? Something that sparked their passion, something that awakened their soul with the Ace of Wands. And then the Ace of Pentacles is showing me wanting to bring that into their reality, you know, because we're talking about earth energy here. Bringing it into the here and now. Aces are gifts, though, gifts from the universe. So it's showing me that there was a potential for this new start here, I feel, that your person could have had with you. But yet I do feel that they chose not to do anything about that, all right, with the Hanged Man here, because the Hanged Man is all about that energy of letting go. It is about surrendering, and oftentimes for me it represents the energy of that limbo stage. It's definitely a card of non-action, all right? So I feel that from past energies there was this chance here, there was this potential for the two of you to have this beginning, but with the Six of Pentacles, your person did not give to this connection, all right? Because the Six of Pentacles is all about giving and receiving. And with this Hanged Man here, I feel that they chose not to take action in regards to this connection or this relationship. I feel with the overall energy here, we're looking at Judgment, the Six of Swords, and the Five of Cups. We're talking about a lot of energy right now, a lot of heaviness as far as your person. There's a lot of regret here. There's a lot of remorse in your person has a lot of remorse or regret for what they did or did not do from this past energy here. You know, I feel like there's a lot of regret and remorse for the action that they did not take when they should have. I do feel with the Six of Swords here as the overall energy that they did flee, all right? They flew away from this connection. They felt that that was the best decision, and yet I feel that they are judging themselves pretty harshly over this, and they just feel perhaps that you are judging them very harshly for their actions that they took regarding whatever happened here from these past energies. So there's a lot of heartache, there's a lot of grief, there's a lot of loss, and your person, I feel, is being very critical of themselves. Yet the Judgment card, you know, this is about an awakening, and this is about making a choice and a decision. So I feel like it is showing me that, you know, how your person chose not to do that with the Two of Swords here and the Four of Cups right here as the center of this reading. When you're looking at the future energies, I feel like your person right now is trying to manifest happiness in their life. But I do feel here with this Queen of Pentacles and the Devil, they think about you all the time. I do feel coming through here, you know, they see you as this beautiful companion with this peanut butter dragon. They see you as very nurturing. They see you as very understanding. And I do feel that it's something that they're struggling to let go of. I feel that they're really carrying within them this sadness for not being able, what's coming through right now, pile 2, is not being able to be the person that you want them to be in regards to the situation. They have a lot of grief and regret about that. I feel when it comes to this decision that they need to make, we're looking at this house here. So I feel like they have some sort of structure here, some sort of home that they need to take care of. And even number 20 here shows up. So you have 2 cards of Judgment. So I feel that definitely they've been called into question whatever is going on in this environment, this home that's here that I feel that they're part of. But it almost feels, I mean, I'm looking at this home with this gate here, and I almost feel like they are trapped or bound to this house, that they are not able to set themselves free is the energy that's coming through here at this time. Yeah, I really feel like they're clinging on to whatever this house represents to them, pile 3. But the overall energy when it comes to this reading, am I on their mind? You are, very much so, with this Devil energy here, this Capricorn energy that's coming through. And yet, it's a lot of grief though. You know, they're still carrying this grief with them from the past. It's the sadness. I almost get this feeling like they allowed this to crumble with you, and there's regret now because of that. What else for pile 3? Is there anything else, Spirit, that you can tell us? You're asking today, am I on their mind? Is pile 3's person thinking about them? I'm very drawn to in the Ace of Wands here, these feathers that are floating around, these white feathers. That might be a sign for somebody. I almost feel with this Judgment card here, and this little, the first aid flag, it looks like I feel like your person wants, like they want almost a truce, like as if they're waving that flag where they want to heal and fix things. They wish that they could make something better. We have the Knight of Cups. Wow, the World. And the Eight of Swords, you know, they're definitely either they're trapped in their mind as far as they feel that, you know, they know that if they were to manifest you, you would bring them this total happiness with the Sun here, with the Sun card. And on the bottom of the deck, we have Temperance, which is all about balance, and it's about moderation, okay? And it is about patience. I feel like whenever I see Temperance, divine timing is at call here. So I feel like timing, you know, universe has stepped in to ensure that this is not the right time for this connection. I do feel that your person is working through something, and I do feel here with the Knight of Cups, which lays over the Hanged Man and the Ace of Wands, I feel like this is someone who did not come forward and express their feelings and their emotions like they should have. This is something that they held back. You know, this is part of this limbo where they did not speak at this time here when they should have, out of fear. All right. So this is someone that really felt something strongly for you, pile 3. The emotions are here, but I feel that they did not, you know, and that's the thing with the Knight of Cups. There's a lot of imagination here and dreaming, but when it's time to move forward and put this, you know, take the next steps to ground this energy and make it reality, they did not do that. All right. And yet with the World card here, clarifying the present energy, this shows me that there's unfinished business here between the two of you. All right. I feel like this circle, like you two are now on this journey and things are not complete yet. There's unfinished business here. I feel like your person thinks the world of you. All right. So you are in the center of this wreath. And the World card is a very powerful card because it is the last major arcana card in the tarot deck. And whenever I see the World card, this always shows me that there will be a positive outcome in regards to this relationship, this connection. So you need to know that. It may not be the way you are envisioning it, but there will be something that's positive here, especially with the Sun. I feel that that's on your person's mind at the most right now, is wanting this joy and happiness. I feel like your person doesn't want to carry forward these hard feelings because that is not the feelings that they experienced with you to begin with. All right. I feel that there was something very loving here between the two of you that your person felt, and the way they look at you and the way that they admire you. This Companion card is telling me how they see you as that companion. All right, that would bring them this joy and this enlightenment. And I feel like they do not want to keep moving forward with this awful energy of feeling so badly because of the way they acted or behaved in the past. All right. So let me get 2 cards from Queen of the Moon Oracle. For pile 3. What else in regards to pile 3, Spirit? Am I on their mind? Pile 3's person. Are they thinking about pile 3? Fruition. You know, and that's number 37, which reduces to 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And we're talking about completion of a cycle. Again, I feel like, you know, we're talking about karma here that needs to move through. This wheel needs to turn, all right, a few more times before I feel that the two of you can circle back to one another. I do feel that your person right now is definitely in the middle of trying to enjoy the fruits of their labor. But yet at the same time, I feel that they're still a work in progress because they're still wearing this mask. All right, so there's a mask here that needs to be removed. And then look at this. We have number 16, which represents power. And this number 16 represents the Tower card, which we already have here from this deck. All right, so they're showing me there's this power here, there's this action, there's definitely this upheaval that has occurred within your person. And because of that, I feel that this is all about them working on the power that they need to endure in order to make certain changes in their life so that that karmic wheel can turn and the two of you can actually circle back when the time is right. So let's close out with one card from Moonology Manifestations for pile 3, please. Attend to the details, last quarter moon in Virgo. So I do feel that it is these details that your person is working on right now within this house. Again, I feel like there's some cycles that needs to wrap up here. And then on the bottom of the deck, full moon in Aquarius for Be Real. Again, talking about a mask, I feel that needs to come off, especially with the way your person feels and expressing their emotions and the feelings that they have for you, where I feel that they did not do that in the past like they should have. All right, so I'm going to leave the reading there, pile 3. I hope it resonated with you in some way, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.